Siddhant, what kind of a guy are you when you're in love?
वो तो आप उनसे पूछो.
तो आप नाम बताइए, हम पूछ लेंगे.
नहीं ऐसे कैसे. I'm very shy. I don't like PDA. मैं पब्लिक में हाथ भी नहीं पकड़ पाऊंगा शायद कभी. And वो में से PDA नहीं होता है. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जिस चीज को आप सबसे ज्यादा प्यार करते हो ना, उसको छुपा के रखते हैं. रणबीर कपूर.
And he said what?
He said, I mean, he messaged me. Alia and Ranveer, I watched it together. They both messaged me. And they wrote in detail about my performance. So that was, I think, this was the first time. I mean, Ranveer had watched Gully Boy as well. I remember Ranveer was, when we were shooting for this film, he was, he had come for a few days in Goa. We have chilled, we have partied. In fact, when I signed the film, I think he was the first person I called that time, and he was really happy. The way they show it, and the way they write about it, can you not see beyond that? Can you not see the strength of a woman? You cannot see the talent. You cannot see, you're just seeing that, and it's her choice, right? She has to, whatever anybody has to wear or whatever anybody, likes to, वो उनके ऊपर होना चाहिए ना.
They say आशियाना कितना भी छोटा हो, एक मिडिल क्लास इंसान के पास बहुत बड़े सपने होते हैं. Today, reliving that moment and that age is an actor who has lived his dreams and continues to live his dreams. Siddhant Chaturvedi, who's delivered a fantastic performance in Gehraiyaan, joins me for a conversation only on Bollywood Bubble. Hello, brother man, how are you?
I am good. Thank you for such a lovely introduction, man.
Everybody is hitting on you. Everybody is hating you, but hitting on you. Have you seen these reactions? It's crazy. My sister, who is already in a relationship, I sent you a message saying that she's already told me, listen, I think I should start dating Siddhant. Can you please do something for me? So I want to know how many of these responses have you been getting?
Yeah, it's quite surprising actually, because, if you watch the film, morally, it's not, it's not supposed to be a good guy. But somehow the amount of love I'm getting for my performance and there's certain kind of toxicity in him, and the acceptance, like people can see beyond Zayn. They can see that Siddhant was performing that as an actor. I'm glad that the audience has come a long way and they're mature enough to understand that he's not that character, because I think with MC Sher, a lot of people thought I was a rapper. A lot of people, really thought I was from the gully. But now I think this was very important in my life, in my career, to be able to, do something like that. Because now people know, okay, now he's not MC Sher. He is Siddhant, who's acting and who's playing a part, which is Zayn. So I think that's why, the love which I'm getting because, to be honest, it's not something to love about, whatever things the way which go. And I'm not defending the character, I'm not defending anything. It's just that हालात ऐसे थे कि मतलब चीजें जिस तरह से जाती है फिल्म में जाती हैं. But yeah, like good people in bad situation making terrible choices. I think that's what Gehraiyaan is about.
Did you question your moral standing on love while doing the film?
No, I have never questioned it. I will never question it. I have clarity in my head, and the way I'm fortunate enough to have been raised in a very functional family. Loving parents, loving relatives. I enjoy that. I love that clarity in my head. So I never questioned it. What happened after the film was that I had empathy. I could at least see beyond my moral compass. Not changing anything here, but at least I had my vision just broadened. That's what it did to me. Acceptance. Acceptance, I wouldn't say any much about it, but I know that this exists and it's okay. There are 2 worlds, there are 3 worlds, there are 100 people, so to understand that and to have empathy, for that, not judging them, not seeing them by a lens of judgment. 3 years back, before I signed the film, if anybody had said that, maybe I would be like, acha, aisa ho gaya. How it's typically there, But now it's not that. I would understand, like, okay, must be something, must be, there must be 100 reasons why, So that's what's changed, I think, but my standing is going to be the same. Because I also stand for clarity in life, and I really like my brain to be at peace so that I could pull off characters like these, and to kind of surprise you guys and to do something like that. So I need clarity as
But Siddhant, what kind of a guy are you when you're in love?
वो तो आप उनसे पूछो.
तो आप नाम बताइए, हम पूछ लेंगे.
नहीं ऐसे कैसे. नहीं, what kind of a guy यार पता नहीं. मुझे लगता है कि I'm very I'm simple यार. I like simple things. I'm not very I'm very shy. I don't like PDA. मैं public में हाथ भी नहीं पकड़ पाऊंगा शायद कभी. And वो में से PDA नहीं होता है. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जिस चीज को आप सबसे ज्यादा प्यार करते हो ना, उसको छुपा के रखना चाहिए. That's what I believe in. So उसको दिखाना, उसको जमाने के सामने उसको दिखाना, वो पता नहीं, वो मुझसे नहीं होता यार. तो I like being simple. I like coming back home, watching something, playing my FIFA games, traveling. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. इसीलिए.
The luckiest guy in the world.
Yeah, you're saying.
And traveling. I think that's when a relationship grows. When you see the world together, when you travel, I think that's when that's a game changer. Experiencing things, first hand with that person. कोई अनजान शहर हो, बस रात को ऐसे ही निकल के टहलने on foot, and it's just beautiful, mountains, and so I like simplicity, nature, very basic though, nothing very.
But you are a private person. You're very guarded about your personal life, and rightly so. Does it become difficult because everybody knows that you do have somebody in life, but nobody knows who that person is? It's very difficult in today's times to even keep it under wraps, especially given the constant media glare. Does it become difficult? Does it become exhausting after a point? कि जो करना होता है वो कर नहीं पाते हो also.
हाँ, मतलब कभी-कभी होता है ऐसा फील, बट मुझे लगता है कि फिर यार ऐसा है कि और मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी लाइफ में, ताकि इतना अच्छा काम कर दो कि लोग they can't get over your work only to get, they can't get over your work, and then they have to, they can't focus on your personal life. So I want to work so much and back to back. Like after this, there's a film with Katrina and Ishan, Phone Booth. It's gonna come like 2 ये जब तक लोग देख पाएंगे तब तक वो चीजें आ जाएंगी. तो वो टाइमिंग देना चाहिए आई थिंक लोगों को कि आपके पर्सनल लाइफ में घुसने का मौका मिले. तो मेरा तरीका वो है कि इतना just work so hard and give people whatever you have, like as in piece in form of your art. So I write, and then there's already too much out there on social media, when I write and I dance and I want to sing and I want to share my thoughts. So I think people are there, like they're already इनको वहीं पे घुमा देता हूँ मैं. तो उसके बाद शायद कभी कोई पूछे नहीं. And I like to keep a bit of mystery, to be honest, onto it.
Yeah, true. When we were growing up, all the actors had that intrigue, and I think social media has taken that away from our lives. Yeah. But at the same time, I want to know, the person you date, all that we know about that person is that she's not from the industry. And is it a conscious move? Because, you like that peace and that normalcy in your life. So is that a conscious move that, to have somebody beyond the vision of work?
Yeah, I don't know actually. No, it's not. I don't think it's a conscious, it just happens. Yeah. I mean, सोच के कहाँ होता था?
Yeah, that is true.
It just happens. So it's nothing conscious. But I mean, जो है वो है.
What is the biggest deal breaker for you in any relationship? What would you never tolerate?
Deal breaker, never tolerate. I think there should be mutual respect for friends and family on both the sides. I think that's a deal breaker, because yeah, I mean, because I'm a family guy. I have a gang of friends, and they've been there since I was nothing. So I'm always going to keep them close. And the same, I want there should be a mutual, basically, respect for both the sides of friends and families. I think that's very important.
But you're Bollywood's love child, no? Because both your films released are on the same weekend, which is Valentine's Day, and both have got you immense applause. Like, have you ever noticed that it's actually in the same week, around the same
It's in the
time?
same week by the same couple. I'm there.
Yeah.
Love child. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a Valentine's Day thing, I think, Acha hai, that it's got exactly the same amount of response and maybe even more this time. And so maybe I think this is my thing, I think I should keep 14th Feb as, the Valentine's weekend should be my thing. है ना?
Yeah, you should take that. सब अपने release date book कर लेते ना that should.
Yeah.
But what is the best reaction that you've got from industry people? Did somebody reach out to you who you didn't expect would reach out to you?
Yeah, Ranveer Kapoor.
And he said what?
He said, he messaged me. Alia and Ranbir, I watched it together. They both messaged me. And they wrote in detail about my performance. So that was, I think, this was the first time. Ranbir had watched Gully Boy as well. But that Alia had communicated to me that Ranbir loved your performance. But this time, I think he has, literally, taken time out and, texted me. So yeah, that's something which is which is great. And who else? A lot of people actually it's still coming in. People are still kind of watching it. So I'm still kind of taking it in. But yeah, as for these are the top two right now, Ranbir and Alia.
When I see the movie, before the movie, when the promos were coming, a lot of chatter was there only about the intimacy, but the intimacy is so well handled in the movie. I can watch it with my parents, and I think I wouldn't have an issue watching it with my parents because they're also very progressive and liberal that way. But at the same time, it's handled really beautifully. It's very aesthetically shot. At the same time, Siddhant, when the first trailer came out, something that really irked me were these comments which were targeted towards Deepika basically, and it also involved you that did Siddhant and Deepika take permission from Ranveer Singh? And it was really stupid, and it was how do you react to these things? Does it leave you fuming, or does it bother you at all?
It doesn't actually, because we are professionals. We know our equation. In fact, I remember Ranveer was when we were shooting for this film. He was, he had come for a few days in Goa. We have chilled, we have partied. In fact, when I signed the film, I think he was the first person I called that time, and he was really happy. He's just been showering me with love since Gully Boy. So he thinks that, he believes that he's my, and he's my mentor in life. So, he was absolutely fine. And Deepika is a professional. And yeah, when people say these things, it's, I think, kya kar sakte hain? Hum to apna kaam kar rahe hain. And our job is to, deliver what has been, expected, what's expected from us, from Shakun. So that's what we did, and I think we did it in the most, elegant way with, intimacy director Dal coming on board, and it took a little time for me as well to kind of ease into it, but it was very important because it was not supposed to look like for shock value. It was a part of the film. Now you watch the film, you know that it's not forced or anything. It's there because it's a part of the story. So yeah, it doesn't affect me, to be honest.
Yeah. But there is one thing that I really want to ask you, because you've always been a staunch feminist, and I've seen that you've always stood your ground on topics. Women are often reduced to their clothes, which is really shocking. It's a kind of shaming that women go through on a daily basis, more than men actually women do go through, and it happened during the promotions. Did that irk you? Or do you feel sometimes that actors, even when they're upset about it, they can't really speak about it because that will be made into a bigger issue?
Yeah, it was very upsetting. I know what you're talking about. It was very upsetting, and it's stupid. Yeah, I don't know, plug in Shera shares 5 verses in it, but I was really furious because at this stage where we have progressed, it's 2022, and as you say, kandhe se kandha mila ke chaliye. This film, I mean, is obviously being led by Deepika. I mean, and the way they put it and the way they show it, and the way they write about it, can you not see beyond that? Can you not see the strength of a woman? You cannot see the talent. You cannot see, you're just seeing that, and it's her choice, right? She has to, whatever anybody has to wear or whatever anybody, likes to, wo unke upar hona chahiye na. Like it's a free country. But just to pick these things out and, it's really, I think, lame and not in good taste. So, yeah, I mean, it's sad. Kya kar sakte hain? That's their problem. It's in their head, so can't help it.
Zayn is very ambitious in the movie. Whatever he does is because of his drive and ambition. Lust for power and money as well. I think drive and ambition is there in Siddhant Chaturvedi as well. Comes from a small town, wants to make his family proud. I've seen that interview with you and I will always go back to that because it's such a regular father-parent thing and it made me really happy. Has life changed in any way? Or are you holding on to that regular Siddhant Chaturvedi who was the same Siddhant at home?
Yeah, it's getting tougher by day, to be honest. The more people are knowing about me, it's just getting tougher and tougher and tougher. And I also see that, people around me change, and they are changing drastically, seeing the change which is happening in my life, not me. So too, I'm really, really trying hard to hold on to this. I'm every day is a struggle to kind of not let it go to your head and, just to hold on to that, that boy from that starry-eyed boy from, where he started from. And, I try really, really, really hard every day. And I think that's, the credit goes to my parents. And that's why I still stay with them. I need that little morning time with my dad and mom, when they're having their tea. I come back home, after a long day of work. I want to go back home, I have a place, in Juhu that's just for friends and chilling, but I never stay there. मुझे नींद यही इसी बिस्तर पे आती है जिस पे मैंने बचपन में सपने देखे थे. So जहाँ भी हूँ मैं, जैसा भी, जितना भी लंबा दिन है, even if my shoots are closer to where my other house is, I still come back here, and it just gives me peace. And just to come out of the room, even not come out, मैं room के अंदर होता हूँ और बाहर मम्मी कुछ ना कुछ कर रही है किचन में, डैड से बात है, वो सब वो जो ambient sound है, it just makes me feel like, that it makes me feel grateful, that okay, I've done it, but this is what is special. This is what matters. Nothing else does.
Yeah. I know I have been in that position exactly as you, and I know what it feels like. And I miss having my parents around on a daily basis because they're in Calcutta. But I know that they're supremely proud, and please give them my love. Like I said, that when you come from that humble upbringing, little celebrations become very big celebrations at home.
Exactly.
Little mistakes are also questioned a lot more, like you self-question. And that's the beauty of coming from a humble background like that. I hope you hold on to your roots like you have for the last few years, despite the stardom, because that's the magic of Siddhant Chaturvedi, at least for me.
Thank you. Such sweet words, man.
And thank you. Next interview milke karna hai.
But I also want to tell you, like, we've been I've been hearing your name a lot, bro. Like, we've been chatting, Deepika, Ananya, Shakun. We were just sitting and watching the film on, and we were just talking about the interviews we've had, and your name kept popping up, and you're growing. And how? Like, I met you. I think this is the third time I'm meeting you. But in these 3 times, I think you've just been like, your graph has been going up. पता नहीं अगले बार ये interview लेगा भी कि नहीं लेगा.
Of course, मैं अभी से booking कर रहा हूँ.